Hello, this is the presentation for Team 3 0903 BD Group, Team 3. And for our first week, we did a database shortlist for legal directories, government databases, law firm websites, and industry publications. With this database shortlist, we're able to use it to make our research on the companies that we were to focus on. We're to focus on two cities in China, which are Shanghai and Beijing. So our first work task for week one was to get a database shortlist so that we can use this shortlist, these database links to do our research for these organizations. For week two, we did a use case analysis and retention strategy. And for this, we used two organizations. After doing our research, we used two organizations, two firms for this, two law firms. One is King and Woods Medicines, which is based in Shanghai, and the second is Honey Capital, which is based in Beijing. For King and Woods Medicines, our major actors were the managing partner, and the use cases, which is how we come in, include ESG regulatory compliance review ahead of 2026 mandatory disclosures, cross-border tax structuring for China outbound transactions, internal audit readiness for regulatory investigation response, digital transformation governance framework for AI assisted workflows, and forensic support, expert witness and dispute support for international arbitration. So this is how we come in. So the products we offer to them, as the products offered by GT, include ESG assurance, tax advisory, IT audit, forensic advisory, and internal audit. So with this, we will be able to come in and get them to work with us. So for Honey Capital, the actor is the managing partner. So how we come in is through fund level audit and statutory financial reporting for LP distribution, due diligence support on target acquisitions in China tech sector, post merger integration audit for recently acquired portfolio companies, ESG reporting across portfolios for EU and US institutional LP requirements and others. And then what we offer to them to enable us retain them, we offer external audit, transaction advisory, ESG assurance, and IPO support. So looking at this, we created a mind map for King and Wood Medicines and also for Honey Capital. The mind map for King and Wood Medicines focus on tax optimization, where we provide a dedicated partner contact and also annual tax health checks. Another one is AI governance, where we provide AI risk assessment review, and another one is to focus on forensic capability, where we come up with a forensic agreement to enable us handle that for them. For Honey Capital, we focus on fund compliance, where we come up with an annual fund audit program to enable us retain them. We also focus on deal support, where we came up with a deal advisory retainer, and also on exit readiness, where we came up with an IPO readiness roadmap. So with this, we believe that we can retain these customers and extend our relationship with them. Then for our week 3, we came up with the stakeholder analysis using the power interest grid. So for here, we focus on 4 different quadrants. The number one there is the high power, high interest quadrant, where we manage these clients closely because they are the key players. And these clients here include organizations like KWM, HSBC China, Clifford Chance, Freshfields, Honey Capital, Hill House Cap, and Linklaters. We also have our next quadrant, which is the high power, low interest firms, where we have to keep these organizations satisfied. Example of organizations here are VW Group China, Baker McKenzie, Skadden, and Dentons. Then we have our third quadrant, which is the low power, high interest quadrant. These organizations have to be kept informed and active. Examples of organizations here, firms put under this quadrant, include Samsung China, Unilever China, Fangda Partners, Latham and Watkins, White and Case, amongst others. And then we have the low power and low interest firms. We have to monitor these ones and put lower priority on them. examples include Primavera Cap, Zonglun, Commerce Fin, Sullivan, amongst others. Then for week 3, we also came up with website links for some of the organizations that we've picked. We picked 20 law firms, 5 multinational companies, and 5 private equity firms. And we also imputed their website links for these firms to enable us research further, and also the cities where these firms are based. For our week 4 task, we came up with the contact persons for each firm. We dug deeper and came up with 35 names, 35 organizations. This includes the 20 law firms and 15 private equity firms and multinational companies. So altogether, which makes about 35 names in all. So we came up with the websites for the firms, expanded it to include the location, the description of these firms, the point of contact, the email IDs, and the LinkedIn IDs for these firms, and also our reason why we have picked these organizations as organizations that GT should work with. An example of one of these is KWM, which is located in Shanghai, China. We got their website, and KWM is regarded as one of the world's largest Asia-headquartered law firm with over 500 lawyers in Shanghai, and it handles major cross-border M&A, capital markets, and regulatory advisory mandates across the Asia-Pacific region. The point of contact is the partner, who is the head of corporate in China. We have the email ID here, which is enquiries.shanghai@kwm.com, and the LinkedIn ID. Our reason behind picking KWM is because KWM scale and cross-border deal flow creates strong demand for GT's tax structuring, ESG assurances, and transfer pricing services. New 2026 ESG disclosure requirements make engagement timing highly favorable. Another organization we picked was Linklaters, which is located in Shanghai, China. Which Linklaters is described as a firm with flagship Shanghai office advising on the region's most complex capital markets transactions, M&A deals, and regulatory matters for multinational and Chinese clients. Our point of contact with Linklaters is the managing partner, and the email ID here is shanghai@linklaters.com. We also have the LinkedIn ID, which has been uploaded here. And our reason behind the choice of Linklaters is because Linklaters expanding China M&A practice and international LP base creates natural entry points for GT's cross-border tax advisory and transaction due diligence services. Our other details here, we'll have 33 other clients here with the reason behind the choice of these firms. And I think with this list, GT will be able to do good business and retain these clients going forward. Thank you.